On the final segment, we're joined by public affairs analyst Mr. Faruq Abass, who had conversations with us about his views on the recent election judgment in Bayelsa State. Let's watch.
And hold elections freely and fairly. Well, I have you with me, Faruq Abass. Thanks for being here today. You're always here. You're a regular.
Thank you for having me.
I know I want to talk about INEC, but first of all, about Bayelsa. What were your thoughts on that?
Well, it was quite shocking. It was shocking because, for one, I wasn't even following the case, so I felt it was a non-issue. I saw the report about 2 days before the judgment that the Supreme Court was due to deliver its decision, but I just felt it wasn't going to be anything major. That it was just, since it wasn't the election petition case, you know. But when I heard the news, I mean, I was shocked for the APC candidates. You know, I was devastated to say, but you know, when I read the judgment, you know, then I felt that there was nothing to be surprised about, because it was like anybody should have seen it coming, because this is not the first time we're having this kind of scenario. In Bayelsa in 2007, we had the same case where a House of Assembly member was sworn in, and somebody went to court to challenge him that he presented fake certificate, an affidavit of his age. He was a legal practitioner, but he had different affidavits saying one he was born 1966, another one 1970, and the court held that an affidavit was a certificate, and they nullified his election. But in that case, they said Labour Party and the other party should have a rerun within 90 days. Yeah. But they didn't say the second person who had the highest votes should be sworn in. You know, so if you present a fake certificate or you present a document that is not valid, I mean, it's a no-brainer. You'll be sent out of office. You know,
this was a little weird for people, though. Sorry to cut you there, because this time it was the deputy governor-elect who had the issue, and people said, well, why is the candidate carrying the burden of the deputy governor-elect? Do you think that was another way to look at it?
Yeah, well, I don't see it as the candidate carrying the burden of the deputy governor-elect, because you see, the constitution is very clear that what's a valid nomination. For a position of governor, you would only have a valid nomination if you have a deputy that is duly nominated under the law. So if you don't nominate a deputy governor, if you only submit the name of a governorship aspirant, INEC will not accept your letter, your name, and you won't contest in the election. So it's vice versa. You know, the benefit of the governor rubs off on the deputy, benefit of the deputy rubs off. And in law, we have a saying that you can't benefit from a document and now seek to impugn that document or challenge that document. So if you are going to marry somebody and you're going to benefit from her goodness and all that, you must also take the bad side of the lady as well. So if you have a deputy, if he has the good side, you take it. If you have the bad side, I read the deputy governor's profile on his website. They said he's 60 years old, he's been a governor before, he's been a commissioner for health, he's been a councillor, so he was politically grounded. But Lyon on his own path does not have any political experience. So they needed the political heavyweights to come on the ticket. I'm sure if he didn't come on the ticket, I'm sure Lyon wouldn't have gathered the kind of momentum that he gathered. So whether we like it or not, the deputy governor contributed immensely to the electoral victory of Lyon, because as far as I'm concerned, I see Lyon as a paperweight politician. He doesn't have any electoral, he hasn't contested an election before, so we can't judge his electoral value. Yeah. So whatever votes he got, you must give his deputy governor credit for it. So you shouldn't blame the deputy governor alone, because the 7th senator, they know what they were doing when they chose the 7th senator. They could have chosen somebody else who wasn't in politics or a business person. So I wouldn't blame the senator. I only blame Nigerians, because the truth is, the Electoral Act is very clear. It says clearly that when INEC publishes the name of people who want to contest for election, anybody can go to court to challenge the Form 001. INEC Form 001. If you feel an aspirant or a candidate has submitted fake documents or false information. And I've also participated in an electoral process before. I contested for election a couple of years back, you know, and INEC published my name. And immediately just pay money for the screening. You pay money to buy forms. So when you pay your political party should be able to get a third party, maybe an auditor or a forensic expert, to verify your papers. So pushing it to INEC, I don't think I will push it to INEC. INEC has a lot they are dealing with. Even the issue of logistics for election, they've not been able to. They had about 800 litigation from this last election. So INEC they can't solve that problem for us. The political parties must be the one to take the blame.
But if the political parties don't do that, then what then happens? Are we going to keep going on with a cycle like this? So isn't there supposed to be an independent body somehow, or at least a part of INEC, even if it's not the electoral department itself? I don't know.
Yes, you know,
shouldn't there be someone who should be doing this?
There should be. You know, INEC in the past, you know, when Obasanjo was in office, INEC barred article from contesting, and it was challenged, and the court said that no, INEC can't buy a candidate anymore. That if anybody wants to disqualify a candidate from contesting, it has to be the court. So I think maybe in the past, INEC was trying to, because if we give INEC those powers, the problem is that people are scared that the powers may be abused. That was why they took it away. So it's the philosophical argument. That's one side of the story, that should INEC go back to having those powers so that you can disqualify anybody whom they feel is not qualified. But the problem is that if INEC stops you from contesting and you challenge it in court, you have the same situation again where somebody has won an election and the court says that no, this guy is qualified.
This was fun. Do catch the live show on Channels Television this Sunday at 3 p.m. My name is Desmond.